Evan Gershkovich smiled at the reporters briefly led into his hearing, the red marks from handcuffs still visible on his wrists. Not surprisingly, his appeal for bail was rejected by the court, but his legal team and the U.S. government say they will keep fighting.
The charges against Evan are baseless, and we call on the Russian Federation to immediately release him.
The Wall Street Journal reporter is facing 2 decades in prison after being charged with espionage. Gershkovich moved to Moscow in 2017, 4 decades after his parents left the Soviet Union for the United States.
I know that he felt like it was his duty to report, and he loved Russian people, you know.
He still does.
Journalists have become an enemy of the Kremlin. Many independent Russian journalists have long since fled or been imprisoned.
I had terrible flashbacks because I saw some photos of Evan. It was very heartbreaking.
Ksenia Miranova's partner, former journalist Ivan Safronov, was convicted of treason in 2022. Gershkovich covered his case, and Miranova got to know him, and they became friends.
And I even told him that I think that all the foreign journalists, they could not be safe in Russia.
She says there's hope Gershkovich, as a U.S. citizen, could be swapped in a prisoner exchange, but there's no guarantee. For now, Gershkovich's lawyers say his spirits are high.
He told us that maybe he will write some good novel at the end of the story about himself.
The U.S. ambassador has been able to visit Gershkovich once in prison, where he'll remain until at least the end of May. Meanwhile, the ambassadors from the U.S., the U.K. and Canada were summoned to Russia's foreign ministry, where they were rebuked for criticizing the country's crackdown on activists and journalists. Briar Stewart, CBC News, London.